Hey guys, what's going on? Dan the Man coming at you from the 60s Rule channel. And Don, the fat man from Alabama, he threw out a question. Well, there's actually a few questions. Uh, what motivated you to start a YouTube channel and what were your expectations? Uh, well, I was like everyone else, surfing the internet, looking for content. And when YouTube first launched their website back in 2005, you know, um, I started surfing around, looking for content, uh, because I'm into slot cars at the time, and scale trains, and then I started typing in, model cars, and then bam, all of a sudden, all these different channels started popping up, and I'm like, I didn't even know that, you know, and I said to myself, I said, these guys are doing what I do. I said, how cool is that? You know? And some of the first channels I came across were Dr. Cranky, Fast Jimmy 71, Atomic Dog. Uh, I got all this written down here, so I don't forget. If I get a senior moment, just bear with me. Yeah, and Detroit Muscle, he was a good guy too. MC Model Works, excellent channel as well, and Chris Chapman. And then I started watching their videos, and what was really intriguing about these channels is they also had how-to videos. I'm like, wow! And I'm watching these videos, and I'm like, you know, all these different tips and tricks they were, showing on the videos. I'm like, I didn't know that, and I'm like, I didn't know that either. And I'm like, hey, I can apply that to my, model building, And Chris Chapman had a great series. It's a weathering series, and I said, wow, this guy's awesome, man, And so I started applying some of those techniques to my model building, And there was one show I went to. It was the category was rat rods, and at the time I like building some rat rods. I built like a half a dozen rat rods. So I applied his techniques to those models, put them in a show, and to my surprise, two of my rat rods took first and second place, and I was like, wow, And so that really blew me away. I went back to Chris's YouTube channel and I commented on one of his how-to videos, and I personally thanked him for that. And he was very appreciative of that. And I don't know if he's doing videos anymore. I hope the guy's all right. I haven't seen him post a video in like a couple of years. But if you guys are new to the hobby or new to YouTube, go check him out, man. All those guys, Dr. Cranky, man, I tell you, when I used to watch his videos, I saw his first video. I think it was back in 2010, it was, I believe. And I was taking notes, and I watched some of his how-to videos. I must have watched like a half a dozen times. And I applied all those techniques to my model building, and it helped me out considerably. So yeah, those guys are awesome, man. All of those guys. And that's what inspired me to start a YouTube channel. So when I thought about it, and I came up with the name. Don't ask me how I came up with the name 60s Rule. I think I heard that slogan somewhere on the internet, and someone said, yeah, the 60s Rule, man. I said, well, I grew up in the 60s. Why the hell not? I said, I'll name it 60s Rule. So I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't have any, computer skills. I bang keys until something happens. I'm not computer savvy. So I started my YouTube channel in 2012, and I remember the first video. In fact, I deleted it because it was so bad. The lighting was terrible. The graphics were horrendous. The music files were corrupt, and so I was just doing slideshows, and so I I posted all the slideshows, you know, and I added a little music to them, and it was fun, you know. I didn't get in front of the camera. I didn't make any videos. Like I said, they're all just still shots, putting it into a slideshow, and but you know, after about, I don't know, 10 years goes by, you know, I didn't have many subscribers, but the ones that commented, I'm going to give these guys honorable mention. They stuck with me all these years, you know, the last 11 years, whether my bills were, you know, good, crappy, or indifferent, they always commented all the time. And these guys stuck with me for like the last 10 years. That's Rick Zink, Big Eddie, you know, Big Eddie, Ground Zero Customs, I believe, Jeff's Model Garage, Monty Davis, and Old Tom, Rambler 69. These guys, they've been with me since the beginning, man, and I really appreciate that very much. Really do. You know, every time I put a model out there, and you know, even if you get like a few comments, you know, but it's very it's humbling, you know. It's people are actually watching what you do, and they appreciate what you're doing, you know. And yeah, so about a year ago, I was watching a couple of videos from these two guys right here. You know these guys over here, right? Sean and Brian from Model Workshop, Brian's BG's Model Workshop, and Sean, the scale model car guy. They sponsored a group build, a small scale, which is right in my wheelhouse. I love small scale. You guys know that already. So I entered it, and I made a video, and God, I was nervous as hell, man. I tell you, I I barely got through. I must have took like about 20 takes, but I finally had enough nerve. I put it out there, you know. And the first shout out I got was from Brian, you know, and then Sean commented on the build there, and they, you know, I appreciate the kind words on the comments, you know. And that's what I guess I got some exposure. I don't know, you know, and the second part of the question was, what'd you expect? And I'm like, well, I didn't expect anything, you know. The only thing I expected from the channel was to have fun, you know, building models. That's all I expected, you know, build models and display them on your YouTube channel, you know. And you know, because a model building is supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be enjoyable. And if you're not having fun building models, you find something else to do. That's all I can tell you, you know. And this community is really great, man. I'm telling you. You know, if you're in a jam and you're having trouble, you know, working on one of your builds, you know, just reach out to the community. Everyone will help you out. I mean, you know, just type in something and then you'll get like you know, a dozen hits right away. You know, there's always someone willing to help you out. And I've learned so much from you guys. You guys are awesome. And yeah, so so that's my little story over there. I hope I didn't bore the crap out of anyone. And here's to you guys, man. You guys are awesome. So with that, Don, thanks for the throwing that out there. And yeah, you guys be safe, take care, and what do I always say? Keep on building.